Truckers have rules. Some are written and some aren't. And one of these unwritten ones is that you never trust a shortcut at night. Roads that save you 30 minutes in daylight can cost you everything once the sun goes down. And I broke that rule. I was running late, behind schedule, and the GPS swore this country road was gonna shave half an hour off my route. I've been driving 14 hours straight. Eyelids were now heavy, coffee not doing much but souring my gut. I told myself 30 minutes was definitely worth it, as well as telling myself that the machine knew better than me. The turnoff was easy to miss, just this sagging sign for a farm-to-market road, half buried in the weeds. The asphalt was cracked, striping long gone. I slowed and swung my rig onto it, and watched the highway disappear in my mirrors. And those first few miles, it was absolutely fine. Empty, but fine. Fields of corn leaning in like they wanted to listen. Half-lit farmhouses here and there, a rusted barn occasionally as well. Then the road began to narrow. Asphalt gave way to dirt. My headlights bounced over ruts, dust curling up in the beams. Trees were crowding closer, blotting out the sky. I gripped my wheel tighter, telling myself that I'd be back on the main highway soon enough. The GPS still showed that blue line ahead, urging me forward. And that's when I saw the first one, this old Buick, stripped down to its frame, sunk in the ditch with weeds growing through the windows. A mile later, a pickup with no doors, its cab peppered with bullet holes. Another mile or two and there was two SUVs now, gutted like fish, resting nose to nose in the trees. Okay, it's a vehicle dumping ground. Rural folks leave junk everywhere. But my throat was dry and my stomach was telling me that this wasn't just junk. These were leftovers. The dirt track dipped off into the hollow, and that's when I saw the first glow, orange flickering like a campfire. As I came around the bend, the beams of my headlights caught them. Three figures standing around a barrel fire in the middle of the road. Shadows were stretched long and sharp across the dirt. They didn't scatter like deer, they didn't wave at me like farmers or hunters. They just stood there, watching, hands at their sides, fire lighting up their faces. They didn't really look surprised to see me at all. I downshifted and slowed my rig, and one of them stepped forward. He had something long in his hand. It was metal and caught the firelight. A crowbar maybe, or maybe a rifle. It was hard to tell. My heart began slamming in my chest, and the GPS line still said continue straight, but I knew damn well this wasn't a road anymore. This was a trap. I kept the rig crawling, engine primed, headlights washing over the three of them like they were part of the road itself. None of them flinched, didn't move either, just stared at me. One with the metal rod, shifting in his weight, and then lifted it slightly, and I finally saw what it actually was. A length of pipe, capped on one end. Not a tool, but definitely a weapon. Every instinct screamed at me to swing wide, gun it, blast past them. But the road was far too narrow, the ditch was extremely deep, and the trees were pressing in tightly. If I tried to swerve, I'd jackknife the trailer, and that would be the end of me. The guy in the middle raised his hand like a cop signaling to stop. My headlights painted his face. He wasn't old, maybe mid-20s. His eyes were flat and greasy, like he wasn't fully there. That kind of stare that tells you he's already decided what's about to happen. I braked slowly, praying this was just some kind of local screwing with me. My hand slipped on the wheel, my palms were sweating. It was almost so bad that it felt like oil. And that's when the others began to move as well, from the tree line. More shadows peeled off, 4, maybe 5 of them. They slipped into the ditches and then climbed the berms, boots crunching, all moving toward my rig now. Trap confirmed. I shifted back up, revving the engine hard. The guy with the pipe stepped closer, right into the glow of my brights. He pointed the pipe at my windshield like he was sighting me in. Then I saw him smirk. And that smirk absolutely broke me. I stomped the accelerator and the rig screamed, diesel roaring as I barreled forward. He didn't jump clear, he actually braced, like he was gonna stop 40 tons of steel with his own body. I didn't have time to consider his insanity. I watched him vanish underneath my grill, felt the sickening bump of impact rattle through the cab, and then I was past the fire. The barrel rolled, sparks spilling across the dirt, but it wasn't over yet. The figures scrambled on both sides, One leapt at the steps of the cab, hand slapping the metal, another smashing something against my trailer. The sound of breaking glass was exploding behind me. The rear marker lights had now shattered. I kept the pedal buried though. The dirt road twisted, my rig bouncing hard, but I still didn't lift my foot. The branches clawed at either side of the trailer, snapping like gunfire. The mirrors showed chaos behind me, the fire now shrinking, shadows darting, somebody running after me with arms pumping like pistons. Then headlights flared up behind me, and not just one set, two, maybe three. Engines gunned, tires sprayed dirt, and suddenly I was no longer the hunter, I was the prey. They were in vehicles that I had not seen parked, hidden somewhere deeper in the trees waiting. The GPS blue line was useless now, frozen, spinning, and recalculating. I didn't need it to tell me what I already knew. I had miles of dirt track ahead of me, and a pack behind me. The Crown Vic from earlier, a battered pickup, and something else low-slung with a screaming engine. They came in fast and reckless, almost like they'd done this chase 100 times before. My trailer fishtailed and mud sprayed. I fought the wheel and felt the back tires bite again. My whole world shrank into a tunnel of my headlights and vibrating wheel in my hands. And then the first shot rang out. Glass exploded on the passenger side, a spider web cracking across the lower pane. My ears rang, and somebody had fired from the pickup, very close now, headlights blinding in my mirror. I ducked low, keeping one hand on the wheel, and jerked the rig left, then right. The trailer rocked, tires screamed. One of them overcommitted. I think the Crown Vic clipped a ditch and flipped, sparks and steel tumbling in my rear view. But the others continued coming. Another shot, closer. A hole punched through the passenger mirror now, the glass raining down in shards. I swore loudly, shifted down, then redlined the engine. The road then suddenly opened up into this wide stretch, fields on either side, no trees. Moonlight turned the dirt silver. Then I spotted a sign half buried in the weeds. County road ends. Bridge out. My stomach dropped. I couldn't stop, not with them behind me. The bridge was nothing more than this rotted span across a shallow creek. I saw it in the last second. Half the planks were gone, support beams sagging. But it was too late. I hit it doing 50. My trailer shuddered, wood splintered like bone. And for a second I was airborne, stomach in my throat. And then the front tires slammed the dirt on the other side. Metal screamed, sparks lit up, but somehow, by some miracle, the trailer didn't shear off. Behind me, that pickup wasn't so lucky. It hit the gap far too slow, and the front end cleared, but the back axle snapped, dragging it down nose first into that creek bed. One engine still screamed. The low-slung car had made it across, fishtailing wildly, still chasing. Headlights swerved, drawing closer and closer until it pulled up alongside me. I saw the driver now, close enough to smell oil and cigarettes through that busted-out window. His face was painted with something, black streaks under his eyes like war paint. He was screaming something that I couldn't hear, and it sounded like some kind of cry. Then he jerked his wheel toward me. Metal slammed metal, my cab rattled, and I fought the wheel and pushed back. The two of us locked in this deadly dance at 50 miles an hour. He tried again, slamming into me, only this time I was ready. I jerked left, forcing him into the ditch. His headlights veered, his car tipped, then he was gone, rolling and flipping, steel shrieking as it tore itself apart. Silence only followed me now, only my engine was the only thing making noise. I kept the pedal down, heart still jackhammering, hands shaking so bad I could still even grip the wheel. Then the GPS chimed in, calm as anything. Rejoining highway in 2 miles. I almost laughed. Almost. 2 miles never felt so far in my life, and that dirt track bucked under my tires, each rut threatening to snap an axle. Every single shadow out in those fields twitching like it wanted to step out onto the road. My ears were ringing from the gunshots, and my hands were now welded to that wheel. I continued checking the mirrors, waiting to see more headlights reappear, waiting for another engine to scream up behind me, but there was nothing, just black fields and broken fences under the moonlight. The GPS purred like it hadn't just tried to feed me to the wolves. In 1 mile, turn left. When I saw the highway again glowing faint under the moonlight, I Could have cried. Pavement, civilization, lifeline. I hit the turn so fast my tires were squealing, trailer tipping dangerously before it slammed back down. I shot back onto the interstate like I'd been launched from a cannon. 60, 70, 80. I didn't care, I'm not stopping. But adrenaline really will only last for so long. After 10 minutes of white-knuckle driving, I eased back, checked my gauges, and listened for anything wrong with my rig. The grill was bent, one mirror was gone, and the marker lights were busted, but she was still running, still alive. Unlike them. I pulled into a truck stop 45 minutes later. Lights bright, pumps humming, people inside, real people. I parked crooked and staggered out of my cab, then went straight to the bathroom to splash some cold water on my face. The reflection that looked back at me was pale, eyes wide, pupils like pinholes. My shirt was completely soaked in sweat. I didn't call the cops, didn't even tell another driver. What would I really say? That a gang in the middle of woods tried to hunt me down on a dirt road that my GPS told me to take? That I ran a man down with 40 tons of steel just to make it out alive? I really doubt that anybody would believe me. And even if they did, out here in the middle of nowhere, it wouldn't really matter. I got back in my rig, hands still gently shaking, and I made a promise to myself. Never again. Never trust the blue line. Never take a road that you don't know. But occasionally late at night when the interstate goes empty and the CB chatter dies out, I still will think about that shortcut. About those stripped cars rusting in ditches, the barrel fire lighting up the trees, and that smirk on that kid's face before I hit him. Gravel crunches under the tires as I ease down that last stretch of a dirt road. The air thins out up here. Pine trees crowd the hillsides. Dark water spreads wide and flat up ahead. The reservoir, nobody else around. That's good. I kill the engine and my daughter kicks her door open before I've even unbuckled my seatbelt. She's got the tackle box in one hand, the rod in the other, already marching up to the shoreline, 15 years old and impatient as hell. I grab the cooler and the net and then follow her down the slope. The water is cold. A breeze ripples across it, carrying the creak of the pines. I scan the bank, the sand, the rocks, and the brush. Quiet. Too quiet maybe, but I guess that's really what we came for. Just us, no crowds, no phones, no other buzzing. I glance over and see a tent, half collapsed, staked right at the edge of the water, maybe about 15 yards down. No car, no boots outside, just nylon sagging, door flap open, shadows inside it. Somebody else beat us to it, my daughter says. She sounds annoyed. I tell her not to worry, place is big enough for two. But I feel my stomach shift. Tent looks all wrong, like it's been there for quite some time. We end up settling a little ways off and she sets up quick, hooks her bait and casts out into the water. The bobber plunks and drifts off. I unpack the cooler, crack open a soda, and just try to shake off the unease in the air. Then I take note of the tackle box that's near that tent. It's not ours, just sitting in the dirt, lid open, lures spilling out like teeth. Hey, I call out to my daughter, nodding toward it. You see that? She follows my gaze and then frowns. Yeah, weird. We continue fishing anyway. Time drags on, but no bites. And throughout that time, I keep glancing over at the tent, waiting for somebody to crawl out, to stretch, to wave, to do something, but nothing happens. The flap just flutters in the wind and the whole thing sags a little lower. The sun slowly slides down the back of the ridge. The air cools fast. I row us out in that inflatable dinghy. My daughter balanced in the front, line trailing in the water. Dad? She says. Her voice makes me turn quickly. She's pointing down. Beneath us, maybe 10 feet below, the headlights glowing dull and green. A car, submerged, doors open, weeds waving out like hair. The reflection ripples across the surface, lighting up her now pale face. I grip the oars, throat's now dry. My first thought, an accident. Somebody drove off the road. My second thought, it's been down there for a while. Where the hell is the report? Where the hell are the people? The breeze then dies and the water flattens. And that's when he steps out of the tree line. Barefoot, clothes dripping wet, sticking to his skin, moving slowly and steadily down toward that tent. He sees us. Then he starts walking straight into the reservoir. I dig the oars deep, water slapping against the dinghy, plastic flexing underneath us. My daughter twists around, eyes wide, as she watches him. He continues though, he doesn't stop. The man wades out, knees, thighs, waist, water black around him. He doesn't really swim, he doesn't break stride. He just kind of keeps walking, shoulders rolling slow. Dad, go! I yank harder, the oars bite. The dinghy skates across the surface, but I still hear him, water churning behind us. He's not fast at all, but he is steady. His face is pale, his lips pulled in tight, teeth clenched, eyes wide and fixed on us. He keeps staring at us like we're already caught. The boat drags and something snags underneath us. I look down. Weed or rope, I can't tell. I yank an oar free and jab at it. My daughter screams. He's gotten closer now, waist deep, shoulders breaking the water. He still hasn't slowed down. He actually snags my daughter's fishing line and starts yanking on her rod. Cut the line, I shout to her. Her rod's still out, line stretching taut. She fumbles, hands shaking, knife scraping out of the tackle box. She saws at it, plastic wheel whining. Snap and the line breaks. I slam both oars, dig deep, and the boat lurches free, shoots forward. I don't stop. My arms burn and my chest feels like it's about to split open. Then I glance back and he's gone. The water ripples. Empty. I spin the dinghy searching. The tent on shore sagging in black, pines hissing with the wind, but there's nothing on the bank. Where is he? My daughter whispers. And then the dinghy jolts, a hard knock from below it. We both scream and I almost lose the oars. Another thud, harder this time, shaking the boat. Water splashes over the side. He's under us. Move, she cries to me. I row blind, wild. The boat jerks forward, then stalls again, and something scrapes the bottom. Nails on plastic. The dinghy rocks hard, and she clutches onto the side. A hand then bursts up through the water, pale and slick, fingers crawling at the rim of the boat. Nails were blue, skin wrinkled like it'd been soaking in it for weeks. I swing and the oar smashes down, the crack of wood on bone, and the hand slips under and vanishes quickly. The boat spins, my daughter's sobbing. I row harder, every stroke sloppy and desperate. The shoreline draws closer and closer, 10 feet, then 5, and I hit gravel. She leaps out, scrambling up on the bank. I drag the dinghy halfway out, chest heaving, heart pounding in my skull. The water settles and silence follows. The tent hangs limp beside us, flap open like a mouth. Get to the truck, I pant. I shove her ahead and glance back over my shoulder. The reservoir is glass, no ripples and no sign of that man. We sprint uphill and my boots slip on the shale, my lungs tearing open. The truck glows in the sunlight, our salvation. I fumble with the keys in my pocket. My daughter's already clawing at the handle and she yanks open the door, hauls herself inside. I jam the key twist and engine coughs and sputters and won't catch. Come on, come on. And then I hear it, another sound behind us, the slap of bare feet onto gravel, slow and steady, getting closer and closer. When I look up in the mirror, he's there, walking up the center of the dirt road, soaked clothes hanging, hair plastered to his skull. His smile still hasn't changed. His hands hang limp, swinging easy. The truck engine coughs again and dies. My daughter is full out crying now, rocking in her seat. I slam the key again and pump the pedal, praying. The man keeps walking, 10 yards, 9, 8, and finally, the engine roars to life. I slam it into reverse, tires spitting out gravel. My headlights wash over him. He doesn't flinch, doesn't raise a hand, just walks straight into the beam. I floor it. The truck shoots backward, gravel spraying and then spins, fishtailing onto the track. My daughter rips out another scream and clutches the dash. I stomp the gas and the reservoir vanishes. Pines whip by, black and endless. I don't look in the mirror, not even once. But I swear, even over the engine's roar, I can still hear those footsteps on gravel keeping pace. I don't lift my foot, and the truck screams up that dirt road, bouncing hard enough to rattle our teeth. Branches lash at the windows, gravel spits under the tires. My daughter curled up against the seat, fists in her hair, sobbing uncontrollably. The road then curves, straightens, and dips, and I keep it pinned, 80 on a track built for 20. The wheel jerks and tries to tear from my grip, but I hang on. Slowly, the reservoir falls away behind us, black water, blacker trees, and I tell myself, it's gone, it's done. But my skin says differently. My skin says, he's still there. I risk one look into the rear view, but there's nothing, just dust hanging in the air. I want to believe it, but the steering wheel shakes under my hands, and I realize it's not the road, it's me. I'm the one shaking that hard. When we finally hit pavement, it was a miracle. The truck surges onto the country road, tires screaming, and then grips solid. My chest caves with relief, and my daughter finally looks up, tears streaking across her face, lips trembling. "Is he gone?" she whispers to me. I want to tell her yes, God, I want to, but the word dies off in my throat. Headlights bloom up ahead, oncoming, a sedan silver creeping slowly. It flashes its brights once, then twice. I ease the truck right, hands slippery on the wheel. The sedan doesn't pass, it slows and it pulls in behind us. My daughter sees it too, her nails digging into my arm. The car stays back just far enough that the headlights blur, and just close enough that we can't forget it's there. As I press harder on the gas, the sedan matches me, and we ride like that for miles and miles, me pushing 80, it shadowing us, no closer, no further, just locked in. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, it turns off, no signal, no brake lights, just gone off into a dirt cut, swallowed up quickly by the trees around it. Silence fills the cab, and my daughter slumps against the door, completely spent. I grip the wheel until my knuckles ache, and I'm just afraid if I let go, everything will unravel. We don't stop. Not until we hit town and file up a police report. The car is found in the water, no bodies, and no suspects.